Morning, everybody. It is Saturday, October 9th. It is now 11:30 because I got started on this late because we had a busy morning, but that's Taylor. And he balled out at his game last night, though we didn't get the result we wanted, but that's okay. That's why I was here, to watch him do his thing. Had a couple big tackles and a huge catch, 4th and 17 for 19 yards. So that was pretty sick. And then we got up early and watched his little brother's football game, and that also didn't get the result we wanted. That was a bit of a drubbing. We'll leave the score out to protect the innocent, but that was rough. So now we're out driving around, and we're in Waterbury at the, what's it called? Something... Cold Hollow Cider Mill, where there's a lot of stuff going on. So we got some donuts and a Slushy, which in my brilliance I picked it up, and just because cider to me means hot, and there's a reason things are called like hot apple cider, because it's not normally hot, but I just associate cider with heat. So I picked it up, and obviously it's a Slushy and it's cold, and that messed me up a little bit. So we're about to try this donut and the Slushy and enjoy the rest of our day. Donut review. Even Taylor's a little disappointed that they're not warm. So if a donut can taste dry, it kind of is a little dry also. I was expecting a little bit more warmth and moisture. Good flavor, and I'm not generally an apple person, so good enough. Slushy next. As expected, the Slushy is basically just really cold, chunky. Chunky's the wrong word. It's a Slushy, and it tastes exactly like apple juice. So it's not too bad. Highly recommend. The amount of creativity that exists in making apple things is really cool. Sprinkles. I want one of these so bad, but I wouldn't know how to transport it. That's a lot of apples. And a lot of cider. 4,000 gallons. Alright. We gotta try some from the tasting tank. I want to pull it off with one hand. Easy. Apple cider is available all year. It is unfiltered, unsweetened, and pasture-raised. Therefore, everyone can enjoy. The first activity we were actually going to do involved riding a chairlift, but we got there and the rules said you needed closed-toed shoes, and naturally I'm not wearing closed-toed shoes, so we had to abort that mission and possibly do that tomorrow. And so I'm walking around Vermont in sandals because that's how I roll, but gonna wear shoes the rest of the time once we get back to the house, so that I don't limit any other activities we can do. But sounds like the next thing we're gonna do is go look at some cheese, so we'll see you there. We are now at Cabot, apparently home of award-winning cheese. So we're gonna see makers of the world's best cheddar. I'll be the judge of that, except I don't know the first thing about cheese. So here we go. Good start. Free samples at the door. Definitely went with the smoky bacon. From cheese to chocolate, because apparently I am here to get fat. How do I not buy everything that is in this glass case? Like, this is unfair. Yeah, marzipan. What? Truffles? No. Because I'm a glutton and I can't look at food and not buy it, I got a peanut butter chocolate situation and a white raspberry truffle, and I'm gonna eat those before we go look at metal and I get chocolate on all the metal. What's a Jake in terms of metal, and why is it the cheapest? I'm offended. We were gonna eat lunch here at Pro Pig because apparently it's some of the best barbecue around, and it actually smells really good outside, despite the fact that it is closed because it doesn't open till 4. So, calling an audible. It's late and I'm going to bed, but quick recap of the rest of the day. Just came back to the house and had sandwiches for lunch, and then hung out, watched some TV, watched some football, had a really good burger place for dinner. Got the double, I already forgot what it's called, but basically double cheeseburger with fried egg and bacon on it, and then watched the Alabama game against Texas A&M, which was a really crazy game and did not end well for Alabama. So we are 0 for 3 on our teams out here this weekend. That's rough. But tomorrow should be an interesting day. Last full day out here, so we'll see what happens. Good night.